We got shots fired this morning. Boom, baby. Boom. Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Mark Saint. This is Saint's Addiction. We got the shirt right here. We got the blunt right here. And we are in Pennsylvania. And there were shots fired at an ex-president not much more longer than that way right here. But this morning I got a treat for you. Shots are fired in the backyard. I saw Bambi and I saw a deer. If we're quiet enough, we can see a little rabbit in this backyard. This morning, there were shots fired, and I was looking around. I've been out here for a while, and Bambi and Mom were right here. You want shots fired, but you don't want to have them fired upon you. You don't want the deer eating your food, right? Nobody wants that to happen. And if we're quiet enough, oh, they're in the backyard eating. If we're quiet enough, we'll be able to see just what they were snacking on back here, if you know what I mean. Okay, Bambi. Okay, Mom. Woke up the deer in the backyard and they're gone. But who knows for how long? Not for nothing, your boy Saint. I always seem to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, bro. Fuck. Not only is this fool getting shot at right down the way from me, but I was almost shot at from her dad the other day. Like, he came here and did the whole backyard, and it turned out he brought a gun. I can't believe some people sometime, bro. Premeditated murder, like he was going to kill me because I'm with his daughter in a house he bought for her. And there's a level of realness that most motherfuckers don't want to be a part of. I got to go block some of my lives from the other day so they don't think I'm still in Pittsburgh. They think I went to the fucking airport on Friday because everybody's living a lie, you see. When you start living a lie, you see, you got to tell more lies to keep up with your first lies, and I'm just not a liar. And that's what ends up happening. When you're having shots fired, shit, I was in LA last time. I was trying to go live and catch these deer, but last time I was in LA, Kobe died. I couldn't believe it. I was there with my uncle in his house. I'm there, and Kobe lost his life the day I was downtown LA. He actually was there. I went down to the LA Staples Center, and we had a big RIP, people wearing his jersey. I'm looking for the lighter. The whole bit was downtown, and everybody was chanting, Kobe, 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 like he was still alive again. It was crazy, bro. I've had some crazy experience in my life, but having somebody pull a gun on me or pack a gun for me, come here with the intent that they were going to pull it on me and or shoot me is a shocker to me. You know what I mean, bro? Like, can we get to that level where people stop communicating and they start hating, and then they start shooting, and then people just aren't living to the full potential of what could be? I'm just gonna use my hairbrush. I don't see it this morning. Oh shit, let me grab the yoga mat too. And it's just shots fired left, right, and straight, bro. There's shots being fired all over that day. I told you I was nervous. I bit all my nails down to the quick. I was up at like 2 a.m. I couldn't really sleep. I thought it was because I took a nap the day before. And it was just that energy that day. That energy that day was so fucking off, man. I got my friends who just had a baby. He's fucking headbutting his girl, and she's drinking on him and kicking the door off the hinges. And I'm just like, bro, you guys just got this baby. How dare you get after each other? Finally called my cousin, or my cousin finally calls me back. He just had a baby. That's why they say it in New Orleans, baby. He just had a baby. And he's drinking so much that he was in the ICU already. He had to take the fucking IV out of his vein, getting a big old bruise, running to the hospital, and they're like, sir, you need to be in the hospital. He was in the hospital when his son was born, y'all. Like, not in a good way, Like, the shots that are fired, the amount of shit that people go through is ridiculous. I started dropping the thing. And that's what we do over here at Saints Addiction. is you keep it real with the ridiculousness. It was ridiculous that I was in South Korean prison. It's ridiculous that, her dad was bringing a gun here, um, just to scare me away instead of communicate. It's ridiculous that my friends have a baby kid and they're fucking boxing on each other. There's so much ridiculousness, bro. It's not even funny, and it's not a funny show like Ridiculousness either. This is our lives, and shots are getting fired at us all the time. And most people, they don't want to admit it. I don't want to admit that her dad was coming here with a gun for me. I don't want to admit that I'm a bit stuck here because I ain't got no money. I don't want to admit that my mama and I don't talk because she gave me a bad email. But I promise you, over here at Saints Addiction, we're going to tell the truth, even if it makes us look bad. Like, you got to get to that kind of real. You got to have shots fired, and lack of accountability is one of them. I keep talking with this chick, and I'm just like, bro, you're the one that fired up your dad in the first place, right? Like, if you hadn't told some lies, Porky Pie's lies, if you had just told the truth, oh, what a Merry Christmas we'd all have, right? There's something to be said that whatever you do in the dark comes out in the light. And a lot of people are trying to do some dark shit and pretending that they can hide from it. And that's what Saints Addiction was proving, was that eventually whatever you do in the dark comes out in the light. You have to come right, keep it real, or you're going to have to deal with some side ass consequences. And that's how it's always been. If it was in me and I didn't address it, right, if I didn't address my internal strife and have conversations with myself, then guess what, bro? It was going to eventually come out sideways. And ain't that the fucking truth for all of us, bro? That all of us have these emotions that come out of us sideways. My cousin still crying over he's my Uncle Herman. He's named Herman after him. But he's still crying over his daddy dying. He's now had 2 kids. He needs to live for these kids, but he's still drinking with his diabetes, hurting himself. He might not be around long for it. 5 kids, he's got to start in 5, but he's drinking his way out of it because his daddy already died. Do you know how many people are walking around with something inside and you can't see it? Everybody has a storm you can't see. Everybody has a shot fired at them. You want to pretend like you're perfect. It's just not true. And then they start to look and you go, oh shit, you don't have no savings too? And you're leveraged to the hilt and you're stressed the fuck out. And now you're infighting with your baby mama. And now you got to go because the bills are too high. And someone's getting kicked out because they can't pay the rent. Or they're stressed the fuck out because they don't have a job. Shots are fired, bro. Left, right, and straight. And even if you don't want to see it, that don't mean it's okay. I'm telling you, you got to keep a life above board so nobody's shooting at you, bro. And that's what people forget. They want to be not shot at, but they want to talk shit. Keep talking that mess. There's a guy here on this social media platform that goes into bad neighborhoods, throws fake Crip signs or gangbanging, and he's getting chased around. He's starting fights. He's in the wrong neighborhood. There are people that don't play. There are people that have stress every fucking day, and they're gonna fucking fire back. They're gonna fucking clap back. You come in the wrong neighborhood with the wrong attitude or the wrong colors, shots are fired, bro. Shots are fired all the fucking time, and everybody's trying to hide. But the truth can never be hidden. Whatever you do in the dark comes out in the light, and that's just facts. Eventually, you're going to find your truth, and that's what Saints Addiction was for me. It was an admittance to my weaknesses, my addictions, that I like my nicotine with my cannabis, that I like my sex, and I like it often, and that I like making merchandise and going to events and working out, men's workout tanks. I like the fact that I can put the energy back into my body and mind. I like that I can have friends from around the world create digital tokens on the internet and then teach me how they just rose $3 million last night and reach out to me about gyms and cabanas and bungalows and people talking to me around the world about investments and angel investors and venture capitalists and site in an hour, app in an hour, video in an hour. We're doing it, bro. But I need to let you know something. As soon as you start, the brakes start flying. As soon as you start going higher, the wings start melting. And as soon as you want to lift off, bro, there might be delays in the rocket launch. I'm just telling you. I think that's what makes us entrepreneurs. Because we know we get shot at. We know we're going to be humiliated. We know someone's going to tell the truth. We know eventually the emperor has no clothes. Eventually, you're going to have to say, I scrubbed more toilets than anyone in this room, with an intensity in his eyes. It's a $3 trillion company. NVIDIA starting the AI. Their processors are fueling the AI rush. And he's sitting there looking at everybody in the crowd. He's like, I guarantee you I scrub more toilets than anyone in this room. With a vengeance. Furious anger. I strike down upon thee. And that's what a strike is, dude. That's what they strike my account when I have my ex-girlfriend's booty here. I'm striked for the 90 days. There's a shot fired when you start telling the truth. And that's why people can't accept accountability. That's the raw dog truth, especially women, because it comes with guilt and it comes with shame, and we want to cover that up. And for some reason, out of all the human emotions, there's certain human emotions that we try to cover. We try to cover up our guilt. We try to cover up our shame. We try to cover up our shortcomings. And I'm the first one to make a brand that says, there's my shortcomings up front. Convict, up front, felon, up front. You know what I mean? Like, fuck up front, addict, up front, and see if you can still take me as I am. Take me as I come. And what's one more? You know what I mean? But a lot of people, they want to waive you, trade you, get rid of you. You know what it is. Her dad bought a gun from here to shoot me because he didn't want some 44-year-old dating his 30-year-old daughter in a house he bought for her and the car he bought for her and try to control her, right? There's people out there that fire shots. I'm telling you, a shot's always being fired back. So while you were trying to fucking get rid of me, the plaque keeps building up in your heart, and now you're doing your yard, her yard, and then it's fast forward like my boy Sharif in his garden. Everybody gets shot at. You got to be willing to take the bullet, and you need to bite down in that bullet. The bullet's the truth. And that's a hard bullet to eat, because guess what, man? Nobody wants to eat the truth. It hurts too much that our parents weren't enough, or somebody didn't love us enough, or we didn't have enough supplies, or something inside. You know, I keep saying if it's weird in here, it's definitely coming out sideways. And most people try to cover up, bro. They go cover up with retail therapy. They cover up with real therapy. They cover up with drugs. They try to cover up with lies. They try to cover up. And all of that comes to the surface eventually. That's what's so funny. When you're doing cocaine, oh, my nose is running. When you're doing cocaine, where's mine? I always have tissue. Back door. Let me blow my nose real quick for this one. Bro, I've been Hok-2ing since I was 6 years old. I got allergies. When I wake up after having air con, it really gets after me. But that's what's real. You know, I really need a haircut. I really need a beard trim. I tried trimming it this morning. You know, I really did put on more weight when I came back into the States. You know, these realnesses that I really had addictions, and that I really was a convict, and that I really was homeless, and that I really was still kind of homeless, and still without money, and still traveled the world with no money, and still making plans with my dreams with no investors, and still moving ahead even when I dread or I don't have a plan. It has to happen. And that's where you reach inside yourself and you go like, no matter who shoots at me, no matter who's trying to kill me, trying to hurt me, throw a brick at me, a negativity, some disrespect, not listening, whatever it is, right? They're throwing it at you. Your job is to respond to it. How do you respond to conflict? Do you have conflict resolution skills? Do you know when to shut up, or do you know when to walk away, right? Telling my friend the other day, there's nothing you can't walk away from, bro. And that's something I learned from my psychologist, is you got to ask, is it worth it? You know, is this person worth it? Is this energy worth it? Is this argument worth it? Do I have enough self-discipline to not get emotional? Sometimes I get wrapped up in it. I'll be talking to GoDaddy and I'll be like, bro, all pissed off. And I'll be like, man, this guy don't know me. Whoever I'm on the phone with, they don't know me. They don't know me. And even if they don't get it, why get mad? I'll just hang up and call again, and I'll find someone that can. There it is. There's the rub. Where you find a way, where you fix the topic, where you will it, then you got Saints addiction. Then you know that you opposite, to turn the negatives into positives. There got to be a perspective that you can find, right? So Kobe died, and I was just like down there and shit. You're gonna watch a living fucking legend die in LA, in his hometown. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? There were so many people cheering Kobe, Kobe, like he was still in the stadium. I was there at Staples Stadium, and now I'm here in Pennsylvania, and I'm still here where fucking presidents, ex-presidents are getting shot at, bro. He almost got fucking assassinated. Shots will be fired at you, my friends, and you're gonna have to build a fucking castle with those bricks, and that's just facts. So whether you like your story, or maybe you're not as rich as someone else's daddy, or maybe you don't have as the looks as they have, or maybe you think your situation's worse than others, I got news for you. There's nothing on the news but the blues. It's your job to turn it into music. It's your job to take the news and the blues and turn it into music. And that's what we do. We as humans, we take these situations like famine, plague, death, things that come upon us as human beings, and we make something happen. We start planting some trees, right? We travel to other places, right? We start creating new ways to survive these elements that come towards us. And that's all it is, dude. It's about survival. I was talking about thrival yesterday. I was talking about babies and, populating this planet. And there's nothing more important. There's that hawk. Hear him? There's nothing more important than life. And we have to protect it with all our might. Everybody deserves a chance to live. Everybody deserves a fair trial. Everybody deserves a clean death. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of this guy, but I mean, I don't want to see anybody shot neither. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of the cops, but I don't want them dead either. The cops that busted at me on my shop, I want them to lose their job. When they're firing shots at me in my shop, coming into my shop, giving me half a million views. I appreciate the views, but I don't appreciate the blues. There it is. You're always going to get famous off your worst day. Everybody wants to go viral till they're getting knocked up off their feet, getting punched by strangers. That happened to what about experts too. So you got to watch yourself. You got to watch what's being fired at you. Not everything is linear out here in this world. And that's what ends up happening. I think people take tragedy and they don't know how to turn it into triumph. I think that they let it in them. And I talked about that earlier this week too. They like, this is what stops me. Is this what stops you? That was the question of the times. Like, what stops you, bro? What excuses, what lies, what fears makes you stop whatever you're gonna do? Nothing stops me, bro. And that's why I'm indomitable. I stand around everywhere like this. Because I got crucified on the cross too, bro. There's been plenty of times your boy's been roasted, toasted, and put away for dead. And I just kept rising, bro. They didn't know I was a seed. They didn't know that I had all the potential inside of me, and all I needed was a little bit of dirt. They threw it on my name, they threw it on my soul, and then I added some love and some sunshine. I went around the world, I changed my diet, I changed my body, I changed my mindset, and now I'm sitting here talking to you about it. And it's a fantastical feeling. So you can have whatever feeling you want. You can react however you want, but you will also be responsible for those repercussions. And that's what it is. It's your responsibility over your repercussions. Homeboy's running his mouth. Well, there's your repercussion. You know what I mean? Homeboy's headbutting his wife, and now she left him. And homeboy's bringing a gun for me, and now I'm leaving here. So it's just all of it, bro. It was all that energy came to clap back, bro. Just clap back like thunder, and it will. Tell you all the time, the universe first it whispers. Guess what? Then it roars, and that roar is loud and it's mighty and it's murderous and it's dangerous and it's fucking it's a messy process, bro. Chaos is not fun. Change is not always clean, and guess what? It can be so violent, in fact, that it can be something like a volcano, an assassination, or just change. And you got to be able to roll with those punches. A lot of people, they don't want to go anywhere because there might be danger, right? They don't want to change. They're so afraid to let go of what they know, the body that they know, the mindset that they know, right? The patterns that they know, that they'll run back to the same victim that caught them up in the first place, right? Like, that's what we do. We'll reach for our murderer's hand just in the hope that they'll let us out. And that's crazy. Here's somebody that put us in the hole, and we're reaching back out hoping that they'll save us. It's the same for my friend, too. He was all, I love her, bro. I don't know what to do. I can't stop thinking about her. I'm like, bro, knock that shit off, man. You can't expect the person that hurt you to be the one that heals you. And then next thing I know, the next week he's just posting her, tagging her all over Facebook, going like she stole money from me, and tagged all his friends. He did the nasty breakup thing, but they're the one that decided to date her, bro. I kept telling you, stop dating this chick, bro. She just wants you for your money. And then she's the one that fought me. She's the one that came all the way to my bungalow and attacked me. She had a pipe in her hand. I blasted her up against the door. Water went everywhere, and we started fighting in the streets, bro. She was mad at me because I busted her for her lies, and I wasn't even trying. I was just saying, stay away from this bitch. She cheating on you. She just wants your money. She just wants to steal it. And how many Thai women have done that? With American, Australian, and British men. That's the top 3 people that marry Thai women. And you can look it up. How many men have brought a Thai woman back home? They divorced them, stole the business, and ran back to Thailand with their money. It happens all the fucking time. And my buddy's on the whine like, she used me. No, she used your loneliness. If you had more balls to approach more women, you wouldn't be approaching single moms that had 2 kids. You wouldn't be listening to that shit about like fake cancer for her kids. You wouldn't be falling for the drama because you have another llama. But most people, they don't have anything in the oven. They don't have another poker in the fire. They don't have another option. And that's what we want in life, bro. We want motherfucking options, bro. Because options give us freedoms. The freedom to leave here right now. I'm about to go to the airport and buy a ticket finally, right? I already went down to the airport for a full fucking day just to get a fucking ticket, hiding away in a fucking park so her dad won't shoot me. Like, I got stories too, bro. Abortions, headlocking the girl while she's pregnant, pulling my ex out of the car because she's stonewalling me, getting physical with people that I love. It's not funny. It's not cool. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about abortions. You don't want to talk about domestic violence. You don't want to talk about bad relationships and dads coming to shoot you. Who wants to say that shit on air? But it's the truth. And you got to be willing to tell the truth. And it's the people that can't tell the truth that like, oh shit, I'm the one that caused this situation. Oh shit, it is all in my choice. And oh, by the way, as soon as I get responsible and accountable, then I'm in the driver's seat. I used to tell people this all the time, but when I used to take lithium or any of these other antidepressants back in the day when I was like 19 and shit, it was like I was driving the car from the back seat. You know, you want to churn, but then you churn. You know what I mean? Like the instant race car driver Mark that's here right now that has full control over the steering wheel and where he goes and how he drives and how fast to whip it, didn't have the whip no more, right? All of a sudden, it was whipping against me. And that's what it felt like, bro. It felt like I was driving from the back seat instead of me driving myself. And isn't that what you want, self-control? Even if they fire all the bullets at you like Neo, you know what I mean? He just realized that it's only when you believe it. Oh, you want to call me fat? Well, shit, dude, I just lost 60 pounds, man. You know what I mean? I can't believe that because I can see it. I put in the work. I did the fucking fasting. I started making my life happen. And this is where it got me. It's not going to get me some fake place because if I'm in my fake, hey, it's me. I see you, girl. Thank you for watching. If it's fake, it won't come out real. It's like baking a fucking cake with bad ingredients. You ain't going to get there. Real ingredients, real pizza, Papa John, right? You want the real ingredients, the real fucking herbs and spices. And that's what it's going to take till you get real. You're always going to lie to yourself. It sucks. Denial is not only a river in Egypt. We really convince ourselves, man. We'll convince ourselves to stay with abusive partners. We'll convince ourselves to take bad jobs. We'll convince ourselves that we're not even hurt as much as we are. And then guess what? Yeah, it comes out sideways, bro. And it fucking sucks. It usually comes out in jail. My friend knows here, we both been. It usually comes out in abusive relationship. My friend here, we both been. You know, it comes out in family dramas. Yep, you know what I'm talking about. So it sucks, but it's true. She's like 100. There it is. What is it? Lyf. Love your what? What is it? Tell me. Tell us your slogan again, so I can shout it out. But there it is, bro. Everybody got something to hide. Everybody got some makeup on. Everybody got some makeup to do. You know, everybody's got some shortcomings, and it's how you handle it that makes it true. You know, because nobody wants to meet a hero that hasn't triumphed from a tragedy. We all want to see the guy that came back from nothing, right? We all love an underdog story, but at the same time, that underdog had to go through something. There was some Herculean effort. There was some trial and tribulation. There was some bloodshed. We love a war hero, bro. And nothing's better than coming back from a zero than becoming a hero. We all want to be a hero over a zero. We all want to matter. We don't want to. Do you really want the pain that's happened to you to just take its pot shots and you not shot back? Shots fired, homie. Start firing back. Start firing back at your ego. Start firing back at your lies. Start firing back at your life, because it's not fair. It's not fair that you keep treating yourself that way, that you keep drilling holes in your canoe, in your finances, in your habits, in your relationship, right? I mean, you're like, why is dating me like dating a bag of raccoons, right? You know, like, why am I so hard to love? Where did all my childhood trauma come from? Those were shots fired, right? Probably before you were even born. And even with my friends, they're fighting in front of this child. You never know. You swear you wouldn't, but there you are, acting like your parents again. So there's so many shots being fired. You know what I mean? The Saint, thank you. Where's the LYF? What's it stand for? I want to shout you out before the show ends. I got 2 minutes to go, so 3 minutes to go. But yeah, man, it's unfortunate, but it's true. Life really does fire at you. And they say protect yourself at all times when you're in the boxing ring, because you don't know when you're going to be hit. And any hit could be fatal. And it's not fun, but it's true. They lock the cage and you are risking your life. Somebody could lose their life in a boxing match. This is a vicious sport, and it's happened before. So it's just like, you know, you're not the only one broke. You're not the only one tired. You're not the only one lonely. It's just the way we respond to it, and that's it. You know what I mean? Are you going to do something about it? Are you going to be pissed enough to miss the bus? Are you going to be able to change your habits? Are you going to be able to swallow them pills, bite down on a piece of leather, and start punching back? Or are you just going to get hit and knocked out? Up to you. Lao Tao Kun. Up to you. But I really suggest that you find it inside you. You find your willpower, you start to will it, and it changes you, bro. It gives you a check-in. I love your face. Oh, LYF, love your face. Yes. Got it. I screenshotted it. Perfect. So, everybody, you gotta love your face. You gotta love your life. You gotta fucking fire back. It's not gonna be fun, and it's not gonna be easy. It's not even probably gonna be pretty. But like I told my homie, nobody knows what you drove to get to the party, right? You just need to arrive. You are the currency. You're a social currency. There's a currency going through you, and you will get the character that you have out of your currency. The vibe that you exhibit, your vibe is your tribe. The way you handle it, people will witness it, and you will witness it, and then you'll get to see yourself in a different light. You'll be able to see yourself attempt different strategies, right? And then you'll get different outcomes because you were brave enough to give it a shot. You were brave enough to get shots fired at you, and you were brave enough to take cover and figure out a better way not to get shot. And that was the intelligent part of us monkeys, right? We're the smart monkeys. This is the time that we use our smart monkey brains, and we stop figuring out ways that are self-destructive and start becoming self-empowered. And that's your morning marijuana motivation. That's Saint's addiction. That's what changed the whole course of my life. I stopped giving my powers into my weaknesses, right? I started to empower myself with my will, and I started to will it with my mind, body, and soul. If you got anything out of this, peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever, and finish. And I will see you on the other side of your excuses, the other side of fear, the other side of the world. All these other people are living that way. I told my friend the other day, I've met him. All of us travel the world, but all of us keep coming back to the same island to live a lifestyle that has less stress, less drama, and less llama, and more fresh fruits, fresh air, fresh sunshine, and fresh smiles. Yeah, just happy, bro. So I'm glad I didn't get shot. I'm glad he didn't get shot, and I'm glad nobody else is hurting each other, because it just leads down a path of destruction that we all don't need. We need creativity. We need possibility. We need options. And that's the best thing about life, giving yourself options, other ways of thinking, other ways of reacting, and other ways of results. That's what we want, right? All right. Mwah. It's all love. Rockets always. I'll see you on the other side. Peace. Beijos. Beijo. Go live your life. And don't worry about those rocks. Don't worry about those bricks. Don't worry about those shots fired. They all hit or miss. It's what you do after that matters the most. And I hope that you live. Peace. Love. Ciao. Belo. Beijos. Have a blessed day.